Maybe we could jump back to Tortured Mannerism if you want. It was a song that was inspired by a late text by Robert Morris. So it's one of his less well-known texts. And then Takuji and I started playing around with it. And then Takuji knew the poster that Morris produced for one of his shows where he appeared wearing a German army helmet and had oiled his body and also had chains. So it had like a S&M, strong S&M reading. And that was reproduced in Artforum. And only later, after we started working on the piece, did we learn that it was Rosalind Krauss who photographed him. And, but I knew before that there was like this kind of banter where Lynda Benglis, who I think was also involved with Morris, did an ad that was kind of a response to his, where she greased her body and appeared posing with a large dildo. And then, oddly enough, where Morris's ad didn't cause any kind of stir, I think just because of the sexual component of the dildo, readers started canceling their subscriptions, but then also the editorial board of Artforum resigned because the magazine had published this ad. And by today's standards, I think that one thing to keep in mind that the heritage of the U.S. it's a puritanical culture, and you don't have that same kind of set of values in Germany or Spain. Mm. So, and the U.S. is a good bit less puritanical now than it was in the 1970s. So, and it's funny because like the people who reacted to Benglis's ad probably wouldn't think of themselves as puritanical, but how much threat does an image of a dildo really pose? And also, I think like given the gesture, it qualifies like how you would look at that image for sure. And anyway, I think by today's terms, it would seem like a tempest in a teapot, but back then it was like a huge deal. So we were playing with that thematically in the song.
Yeah, thanks. So I love the song. I love the story. I didn't expect this story actually. When you told me, I couldn't believe it. It's just like this kind of art world, little village story. I love it, and the song is really great. And when is Robot going on tour? Because I'm your number one fan.
Well, we did have a show at MBK 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. But otherwise, we're pretty much we exist online. And right now we're working on a new song. It's kind of a reworking of a Kraftwerk song. What's the title of it? I came up with the title, now I'm drawing a complete blank. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was looking at it all last week and I'm blanking out on the title. But it's the text is taken from Erich Fromm. And the title of the song is The Mask of Happy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can't show us anything for the moment, right?
It has a chorus of "You are a failure."
That's I'd love to end this video podcast with that verse. It's very appropriate.